Not gonna lie, some of these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that on your own. Ain't no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my range. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my ex down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting guap. Got a big Benz like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, with it, no, it's top
I got
notch.
that chicken to golf. A lot of these look lost. They broke, they think it's my fault. No court. I want that caught. I'm dripping, I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you, don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the lights. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fuck you with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't wanna be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans in Vietnam. If you gotta hustle, but you can't stick to the grind, you wasting your time. I need a dub for a verse. I do it for FaceTime before I get to the club. Look at the line. Money ain't changed my heart, but I'm smarter. I guess it changed my mind. And I take care of my in prison. Don't think it's safe inside. I got that chicken to go. A lot of these.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On 1st and 10, Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. The first carry now. This is Johnson. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20.
40 gut. And middle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have just a couple here with a marker on the field as well. That hold coming from the middle of the line, the center.
And it's difficult for him because sometimes you got people right over you, and as soon as you snap it, trying to get your hands up and block them, you can be a little bit late getting it done.
Out of the gun, Stafford. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So, flag for the contact, pass interference.
And I know that you're going to look at me and roll your eyes, and rightfully so, because you know what I'm going to say. Doesn't the defender have a right to the football as well?
No, I don't like defenders.
That's because you spent too much time with me. Okay, I'll side with you on this one. This is the correct call.
Now Stafford escaping the pressure right. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Watch it now, Barney, Barney.
And it's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
3 down. All right, here we go. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. Now he opts for the spin. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Rudolph showing the power. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
Hey. Here we go now. Green, 39. Green, 39.
Now back to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
All right, here we go. Green, 30.
They run the counter with Cook. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Now, Barney.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup, so from a good situation on 2nd and 2, it's now 3rd and 1.
Well, they've certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll run it. Here's Cook. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a 4th down.
On every snap, a defense is trying to establish who they are, but on 3rd and short, that's really when you put it out there and tell people who you are, and that's exactly what they did. For the offense, they're looking at their offensive line and saying, guys, where are you? We need you on those plays.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Kyle Rudolph, his first touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Carlson now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know. We know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Go, 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 hey, run it, run! Okay, Paul, we got 4, Let's go, fellas. Hey, tight end's right, watch tight end.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On fourth down, here's Sam Martin on to kick it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. Now they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here we go now. 3-19.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And now off to the races down the right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions.
What you just saw there, first-round talent, second year, even more success. A pick six for a touchdown.
A great play. And it's tough for these guys, you've told me before, to adjust in the secondary as a first-year guy. So that sophomore season is big for them.
They really started to expand the playbook for them even more. Sometimes they dumb it down a little bit to make them comfortable year 1. By year 2, they should have all the nuances, and now they've adjusted to the speed of NFL play as well.
Showed right there. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. Trying to get out wide, but he's going to be tackled right near the line of scrimmage. Credit the tackle to Darius Slay. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was playing. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Gone! 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 Hey! Hey, we got 4. We got 4 down. 4 down. Gone! 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 Gone!
Out of the gun now on third down. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
They had enough yards for the first down, but a clutch hit right there defensively. Jars it free. No first down.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Now it's Tate. Breaks a tackle. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2 as they take over following the punt with a 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they get 10 yards there and convert on 3rd.
So that's what that elbow in my ribs was all about. You thought they were going to throw the ball as well.
Absolutely. I think everybody thought they were throwing the football, caught him off guard.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when you have the courage to make that type of a play call, a lot of times you actually get rewarded.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Handoff comes to Cook. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Flushed out right. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
The Vikings on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
No, check, Patriot!
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. They'll find Thielen working the middle. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. They knew they had the free play after the penalty. They get great yardage, so they can decline that penalty.
And one of the things we've seen develop more and more in recent years Our team seeing that penalty occur and still taking the big shot downfield and hoping to gain the yardage as we just saw there. They practice it, they work on it, and this time they're successful.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. You might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 5 yards that time out of the scramble, but now they're looking at a 4th down situation. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Vikings unable to convert here on 4th. And the Lions will take over. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. They begin the drive with Johnson. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Completing it here to Marvin Jones. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one goes for 24 yards.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
Now a 1st down throw, Stafford. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
Hey, tag 50 left.
On 2nd down, Johnson. They find some open field here. Got a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. 9 yards on the pickup there as he'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Nice job there defensively on 3rd down. Not only did they string the play out, but they didn't allow any room for a cutback. Really well organized on the defensive side.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. More from Minneapolis after this. This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. From the gun, here's Stafford. And yes, he found Toilolo. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. On 1st and 10, Stafford looking downfield for Joe. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And the Lions are in for 6. Now Prater to add the PAT. Prater for the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And now out comes Minnesota. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
The Vikings on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They'll look to throw here. Buying time to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Here's Matt Weil now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. On the return, it's Tate. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Lions will take over. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford on 1st down. Screen play, Johnson. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
The Lions on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Middle. And 4 down, tag 53.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Sam Martin now as he'll punt it. And a fake here. Direct snap to the up man. And the surge is going to be too much defensively. He's hit and taken down to the backfield. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Lions taking the lead to the break. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. Yeah, this is going to put him back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Ezekiel Ansah in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. On play action, they'll throw. Rolling to his right. It's complete to Diggs. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. He'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And now it's the punter Weil on as he sends this one away. taken in at the 22. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker.
Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets them a new set of downs.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
32. Stay 50, stay 50.
On first down, Stafford here. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down.
We're rolling, we're rolling. Everyone's got four down. Hey, tag 58 here, tag 58. Hey, takes 2 right there. 0. Hey.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. Give the tackle there to Daniil Hunter.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
To throw on second down to Stafford. Over the middle here to Wilson. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Stafford to the former Seahawk Wilson for Lions first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
22. Hey, give me your radar. 11. Light.
Throwing on first down. Stafford. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Anthony Barr. Leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. On second down, here's Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
We're rolling. Give me your radar. Hey, tag 32.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it. Got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
And the penalty, it helps a little, but they'll still have to navigate a 3rd and 9 now. A shotgun snap for Stafford. It's caught. Jones. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. Now a play fake and it's Stafford. Sliding out of the pocket. And he rifles one incomplete. The tight end Luke Wilson was the target. That'll bring up 2nd down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with 3rd and still 7 yards to go. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased. They'll be glaring at him. How'd you not score?
Cook, and he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And we are tied at 14. So all square here in this 3rd quarter as the kick's away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Incomplete. It was Andrew Sendejo from his strong safety spot able to make the play.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now a handoff, Johnson. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. The tackle made there by Linval Joseph.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
The Lions on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Now a carry for Blunt. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. All even as we get ready to start the fourth. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Hey, alert it, tag 53. Tag 53. Tag 70.
Right back to him on first down. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. On the tackle, it's Trey Waynes.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Here's Stafford now on second down. Flushed out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Everson Griffin able to get him for a loss of about 3. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Operating from the gun. Stafford looking downfield for Jones. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they take a 17-14 lead. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And now out comes Minnesota. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Ziggy Ansah. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They're going to look to throw. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. They were in the dime. They had 6 defensive backs there, so go ahead and throw it. He threw it, and it hurt him.
It's almost thrown into a blanket of coverage, isn't it? You talk about the best defenders you have are the defensive backs. 6 of them on the field. You're almost asking for trouble, and that's exactly what they ran into. Ended up throwing a pick 6.
Yeah, 6 defenders and 6 points. Prater on to add the extra point. Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And out now come the Vikings.
Detroit! Back 99 Philly, here we go!
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll drop to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tavon Wilson. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Looking to throw on second down. Stafford. The left side completion to Jones. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down. Defensively, they're okay with that. Short little route, tackle him inbounds. Okay.
All right, cliche alert. It's time for someone to make a play because they've got to have something bigger downfield. They can't just take what they give them. They've got to force it and make something big happen for them.
Now Blunt. And an alley to run. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you?
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball. They're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Here we go. Hey, 58 is down. 58 is down. Ready?
They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
Ready? Hey, 54.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
For a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. They'll give it to him up the middle, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And now the Vikings are going to stop it here on defense with a timeout, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And then finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that's incomplete. The intended receiver was Laquan Treadwell. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Vikings. Stephon Diggs, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings have made this now a one-score game.
No game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are yet. This thing's not done. Carlson now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point.
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
Here's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Another timeout called by the Vikings now, as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Stafford going to throw it. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense, as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. The Lions on 3rd down, not quite 50%, 4 for 9. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll run it here with Blount. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that should just about do it.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Stafford down to a knee, and with it, he's going to ensure his guys a victory.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right? Just us against the world and get it done. How happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you